What's up, guys? Welcome to TFGoose Gaming. I'm TFGoose here with Vendetta, and say hey, Vendetta. You get a chance.
Hello.
Yeah, this is your footage, man. You get to talk.
I know, right? This is new.
This is crazy. I know. So we are taking a look at Star Citizen, the Arena Commander module, the delayed and very expected Arena Commander module. But who cares about all that? All that it's here, right?
That's right, and it's here today for you to play if you pledged.
If you pledge to buy the game, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I bought the Constellation package. If you guys are curious.
Yep.
Right here, we're going to start off with a little bit of free flight, just to kind of give you guys an overview of the HUD and just look at the ship.
Yeah, this is the Hornet, right? This is the closest ship to the one that you bought is the Hornet that they have in the game. So this is what we're flying around here. We got lasers and chain guns, right?
Yeah, that's what we start out with. In the next version, they'll let us customize the loadouts, but for right now, they're static. So you're just gonna have, you know, the turret laser and the chain guns, which I must say are pretty powerful, as you'll see a little later in the video.
Yeah, we're actually going to go ahead and get into the dogfighting and stuff here in a bit. We just kind of want to fly around a little bit at the front, just to actually take this opportunity. I think it'd be probably a good idea to give people who maybe aren't totally familiar with the game just a brief rundown of what they're aiming for with this project, because it's pretty ambitious. It's kind of ridiculous, really.
Yeah, so you have they're going with a persistent universe, which is kind of like an MMO where you have your ship and a hangar, and you're flying around the verse, and you can group up with your friends. There's multi seating ships. And,
oh yeah, like yours I think what seats 4, something like that.
Yeah, mine seats 4. 2 gunners and 1 in my little snub fighter, and then the pilot. So
yeah,
this is a Hornet, which is a single. This is kind of like the main fighter right now.
Yeah, take a look on the wings here, guys. As far as the chain gun, look at all the shells coming out. I mean, that's the level of detail we're dealing with.
Yeah, looks so good.
Yeah, if that's any indication. So, but yeah, the idea here, guys, is what I think is that Chris Roberts had said. He's going to make the best space sim ever made. That this is what we want. This is what the game that we've been trying to get to since like Wing Commander and X-Wing versus TIE back in the day. If there are any people watching this as old as me, I'm sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, you said it, not me.
No, but seriously, I mean, I played a lot of this stuff when, graphics like this were literally dreams. I mean, we just never thought we'd get to this stage. This is ridiculous. From here on in, it's like just hoping for virtual reality and holodecks,
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, looking at this, it's like the bar on space games has been significantly raised. And this is pre-alpha. This is by no means anywhere close to being done, but the point of this is to kind of showcase the game, and wow.
Yeah, and now we'll go ahead and we'll switch into the actual combat so you guys can kind of see what that looks like and what you can expect. And what they're doing with this module, I guess, is, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong here, man, but basically it's almost like a wave system where, they're going to send some guys after you, you blow them up. They're going to send some more guys after you, blow them up. And I think you get, what, 3 lives?
Yeah, you get 3 lives. This is called the Vandal Swarm section of the dogfight. It's just kind of think of it as the horde mode. If you ever play Gears of War, that's what it reminds me of. You fight some enemies. It gets progressively harder. Like I think every 3rd wave you get a quote elite pilot, and the guys definitely get a lot harder. They're pretty easy here in the beginning, but as you'll see a little later in the video, they
get kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's okay. I mean, this is just meant to give you guys a taste. I mean, there's obviously going to be some pure AI combat. When you play the game, there's going to be a campaign and, a full campaign mode that's also cooperative, if I'm not mistaken. You can do that with a friend, too, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's called Squadron 42. Their London team is working on that. That's going to be the single-player co-op section of the game, and I can't wait for that because, if they can do this with the Cry 3 engine, or I think it's Cry 3.
Right.
Sorry. I can't wait to get some epic story mixed into this because, oh man, this is so fun to play.
Yeah, I mean, and that's really the thing that's mind you. Obviously, this right here, I mean, what you get if you go get the game right now is basically this and the ability to kind of run around the hangar and look at your ship, which is a very, very, very small portion of what the game will be when it is complete. But even this is fun now. So if they manage to do what they have set out to do, and build a really engaging story and universe, to play around in and interact with, and give us that with, crazy multiplayer as well, like an MMO style universe, lots and lots of players in it, then it's really going to be something special. But the combat has to be good, because, I mean, as you said, if this combat's not good in a space sim, no one's going to want to play it, period. I don't care how good, most of the time doesn't matter how good the systems are. You want to blow stuff up. That's just most, what a lot of people want to do, so.
Yeah, amen. This is the bread and butter of the game. You're going to be doing a lot of combat. You're going to run across people in, shady sections of the galaxy, and you're going to need to blow some people up. Or, you might have some pirates mess with you. They could be NPC, but they could be player controlled. You don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, so getting a little taste right now is awesome. But I just like, the things that I'm taking away from this as you're blowing things apart is, the amount of debris and stuff that's coming off of the ships, when you blow them up and everything is just wild to me. Take it from me, man. Sometimes when I play, a game, I want everything that I shoot to just blow apart completely. I want to be able to be like in Predator and like cut down the forest with my minigun. Like that's it. It's because, and it's not so much because I like destroying things. It's just because the more realistic it gets, the better, right?
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what we're looking for. So
it's immersion.
Ships, they blow apart into tiny little pieces, completely based on where you have done the damage. That's just incredible. I love that. It makes me think that this is the attention to detail now in pre-alpha, then it's going to be really ridiculous here in a year or whatever it's going to be when this thing actually is done and launches.
Yeah, it's pre-alpha, guys. It's a little buggy. You'll see some see and hear some sound effect issues. But that being said, honestly, I've spent a couple hours today. This is the first day it released. I think it runs really well. I have a really beefy system, but I'm getting at least 45, 50 frames on this, Yeah,
so. And not even coming close to really using the complete potential of the system, which A, is a testament to your system, but that's also stating that maybe people with lesser systems, could use a little bit more of their muscle, but still play the game just as efficiently. So
yeah,
that's a good thing. But I know we mentioned that I guess there were some people talking about it on the forums and stuff that are having some issues, on their systems. Obviously, guys, this is the nature of any PC game, especially an early one. You can't possibly test everything with every configuration, with every video card. It's really difficult to do that. So it's going to take a little bit of time for them to work out the kinks. But we got lucky, and and a lot of people are. There's plenty of people playing the game, and it's running just fine for them, just like it is for us here. And just give them some time. If you're having a little bit of trouble, I'm sure they're going to be on top of the case here. They want everybody to be able to play this and give some feedback. So give them a bit,
Yeah, and it's also about balance and tweaking. For my personal, I'm playing with keyboard and mouse. I don't have a joystick just yet.
I'm looking forward to when you get that. I really am. I think that's going to be interesting to see how well that works.
Yeah, I know that they internally have tested it with a joystick and whatnot, but I guess not a criticism, but a comment is the controls feel a little sluggish sometimes. You can see me overcorrecting, but that could also be, pilot error. But to me, it's like the controls are just a little tiny bit sluggish.
And that's okay. Again, that's the kind of thing that gets tweaked, or that you get used to. With the control system, it's just, just have to see how it shakes out, really. But, I think this year this is your Wave 3 encounter here, right, where things start getting a little crazy.
Yeah, so I got the elite pilot here, and you guys noticed I took a missile right to the face, which didn't feel too good.
Yeah, those missiles will do extreme amounts of damage. It's kind of ridiculous, but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, boom, and that's what happens. Oh, shoot. That's okay though. That's why you have 3 lives, right?
That's right. This is the first time I died. I don't feel bad. I'm not scared.
That's right.
Coming back.
That's right. Now in the full game though, here, let me ask you this. Just because, again, I'm still kind of learning about this thing, man. This has been big the whole time. So how is, or have they talked about, how death is going to be handled and respawn and stuff is going to be handled when that's something I totally understand if they're still thinking about that.
Yeah, they're still working on it. I'm not 100% sure what happens. I know that you can have you have insurance on your ship, so you would get your core ship back. But I believe the module upgrades are you would lose those, and so you would you would get a base Hornet back or a base Constellation, and you'd have to go back out.
But if you get any upgrades or anything like that, then
yeah.
that's going to be stuff you're going to have to reapply. Is that the basic deal?
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha. Yeah, because they have to do something as some kind of penalty, because otherwise they'll just fly around with out. You're just leading into cannons here. Now those can overheat like really bad too, right?
Yeah, the chain guns can. The cannons just run out of power, and which is why I stopped firing. You see on the left there, the 20%, 19%. Those that's your power level, and once that hits 0, obviously you stop firing.
So then you just got to wait for it to power back up a little bit. But the chain guns you can fire as much as you want as long as you have ammo, unless of course they start to overheat. And, I mean, you had mentioned to me earlier too. I guess you can actually see them on the left and right wings of the ship up there in the top left display. Those will actually start to change color and go from blue towards, to yellow to red, as they heat up. And if they get hot enough, they can actually explode and you can lose them. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So, you use them out, you wear them out, and boom, they're off your ship and you lose them. And I don't have to tell you guys, but only having cannons in here is pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty much let's start over, Yeah, there's no reason to let that kind of stuff happen. But in the full game, again, you're going to have to worry about your ammunition supply. You're going to have to worry about when you have missiles. Again, you're going to have to worry about ammo for those as well. It's a finite resource. If you get out there and for Star Trek fans out there, you run out of photon torpedoes. That's it.
Yeah.
Got to go back and hope you can make it back somewhere to resupply and spend some of your hard-earned bounty money or trading money or mining money or anything else that you've managed to come up with to restock your ships and get back out there. But that's all part of the experience, and the thing that I'm looking the most forward to is dealing with that real world economy, or real universe, however you want to say it, and getting out there and having to live the life, to manage a lot of different things. It's not just an arcade simulator. Like this is an arcade game right now. I mean, let's face it, right?
Yeah.
You put in money and, you fly around for a little bit, you blow some stuff up and it's over, but this is just a test of the major combat system, and it's one small part of the whole game, as we've been saying. So it's going to be a lot more interesting, to me and a lot of others out there when we start seeing some of the other systems come into the game and pair with this to make something really special. So I don't know, dude, I'm jazzed. I mean, after seeing this today, I'm on board. I'm going to end up getting it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited, honestly, that my computer runs it as well as it does.
That was a major concern. I know you were worried about that.
Yeah, I was worried because, I have a pretty beefy system, but, they were talking about this thing just being a hog on resources. And it is for, people that don't have, that great of a PC, but it just, oh man, it runs amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games that I think a lot of people are probably going to end up upgrading for.
Absolutely.
When the time comes. I mean, and I'm probably going to be one of them. My system's not horrible, but it's underclassed on yours for sure. And I want to be able to run it just as well as you're running it here. I'll bet you a lot of the viewers are wanting the same. Because I mean, running it solid. There's no. I'm not seeing really any, drops or anything like that, and even anything that does happen right now, I'm kind of chalking it up to alpha.
Yeah, exactly. You've seen some crazy effects sometimes when I died, but other than that, I mean, I'm not really getting any artifacting. It looks clean. It feels clean. When I've played it, I haven't gotten disconnected. A couple people have said they've been disconnected from the server. I've gotten the notice, but it still allows me to play the game.
Yeah, that actually popped up just like a little bit when we're done with actually flying the flight mode. That error message popped up, but it didn't really disconnect. It just kind of said you're gone, but you weren't really. So
yeah,
we're getting a little bit of drops right there, I think. But again, I think that's somewhat with the connection here and there. But it's really, really awesome looking, and I have a feeling we're going to be covering this game quite a bit.
Yeah, I hope so. There's actually another map. I figured that out a little later. I didn't realize there's another map. So
That's all right. Well, we can do some with that too. You know, maybe we'll throw up another video of this a little later, and we can check this out. But we want to get this out here for you guys today, guys, because you know, it just hit. A lot of people have been waiting for info about this game to really sink their teeth into it, and I know a lot of people are kind of, you know, maybe like me. You know, they've heard about it, but they haven't really decided. You know, hey, is this something I want to get invested in? Maybe you've been burned on other Kickstarter type projects before or something like that, but this thing, you know, it has all the makings of a game that is not going to turn into vaporware. You know,
amen.
you know, this is happening. It's coming, and I don't know. I think it's going to be really something special, guys. So let us know what you think down in the comments, and you know, if you want to see more about Star Citizen, slap that subscribe button. We're going to have a lot more of this thing coming at you. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and you know, we'll see you soon.